Connor, go ahead.
So, Coach, just your general thoughts. Good first half. They made runs in the second, though. So what did you just think overall?
Got a lot of work to do. We did a extremely poor job of guarding ball screens. We fell asleep too many times. The turning point of the game was probably when we rebounded it twice. They knocked the ball out of our hands and maintained possessions and scored instead of putting the ball away like we work on. We made some careless errors that came back to bite us.
Justin Jackson.
Coach, I know that Gonzaga's transition game was a big focus for you guys defensively. They got 60 points in the paint, and it's not like they were posting up to get those. So a lot of that was transition and back cuts and things like that. Just your thoughts on them scoring that much in the paint.
Well, a lot of it was ball screens, and we're going to have to change our ball screen defense because these guys aren't capable of doing what other guys did. So we have to, that's part of it is you figure out, what guys can do and without giving them a crutch, you try to put them in positions where they can be successful. It was penetration. It was penetration off of ball screens. We got back cut 5 or 6 times, which is to me that's inexcusable. When you're told and told and told and told over and over and over again, and you work on it over and over again, you shouldn't get back up, particularly on an open side when a guy's dribbling at you. You should know it's coming. Actually, you got to steal the ball. That's what we used to do. Then they stopped doing that. So we've just got work to do, that's all. It's not like we're a veteran-laden team. We're playing a lot of young guys.
Next question is from Ryan Pritt.
Hey, Coach. Gabe and Sheboy combined for 13 minutes in the second half. When Gabe's doing a pretty good job on Timmy in the first half, you get Sheboy out of the middle. How much did that compromise your defense late?
Without having those two, considerably. And they're going to get fouls. And I fully realize they're going to get fouls, playing as where they play and, inside there's a lot of contact. We're asking guys to make decisions that they don't make them right. They don't make the right decisions a lot of times. But that's part of the game. It's been part of the game since the inception, I think. The dumb ones are what kills us. And we made dumb ones. Oscar got his 4th or 5th, I think it was his 5th, he didn't run the floor. And all we talked about was run the floor. He didn't run the floor in transition. Guy got behind him, he tried to catch him and fouled him. And that's his 5th, he's out. Gabe tried to steal the ball and reached in and fouled a guy. They know better than that. If you were asking them today, they would say, "Oh yeah, I know better than that." But heat of the game.
Go ahead, Cody Nesper.
So, Coach, when Gabe and Oscar were out, how did you think Isaiah did?
I thought Isaiah played well. I thought he played well. He made a couple of mistakes defensively. We probably need to spend more time with him because he's a skill guy. He can shoot it and he can pass it. We need to spend more time with him and get him in. It's just hard. It's hard when you go try to win a tournament and then you're going to play the number 1 ranked team in the country, and we didn't have to do that. I wanted to do that. I wanted to test our guys, see where we are. Now we did. Now we see where we are, and we're every bit as good as they are if we just don't do dumb things. We did dumb things. We've got to cut out the dumb things. which generally speaking we do.
Justin, back to you.
Coach, earlier, Derek said he took the blame for the loss, basically for some of those plays you mentioned earlier about not securing the rebound and that kind of thing. But still, big picture thing, the way he plays, the numbers he put up, do you think it's fair for him to shoulder the blame as much as he has?
I think we all ought to shoulder the blame, Justin. I think we all should. I think every guy that got back cut should shoulder blame. I think every guy who didn't block out, let a guy go in. Every guy who went to the free throw line, missed 2 free throws. I think everybody ought to shoulder the blame. I think our coaching staff ought to shoulder the blame because we try to guard ball screens and our guys aren't capable of guarding ball screens that way. And and that's all of us. I mean, I think everybody had an input in that. So, you can always look back and say, what if? The reality is there's one going to walk away happy and one going to walk away sad and upset. And I never understood. Everybody says, well, you learn from this. What are we going to learn from losing? I don't see that. I know. We knew when they dribbled us, they were going to back us. We knew that. We still let them do it. We still knew what we were supposed to do on ball screens. We spent an enormous amount of time guarding ball screens, and we didn't guard them. So, and they didn't do what they were asked. So there's no silver lining. I can't find one.
We'll go to Mike Kazaza. Go ahead, Mike.
What's
Bob,
that?
went to the bench a little bit in the first half and kind of hit a rough spot, but I don't know if you tried different things, but certainly got better production from the bench in the second half with, I guess, Taz being able to play and Isaiah coming in. What are you finding as far as offensive defense from your reserves so far?
Well, Sean gets hit in the head. He'll probably need 8 to 12 stitches, and the foul was on him. And so we didn't have him, and that hurts us. And then he wasn't the same. He doesn't miss that many shots. He missed a bunch of shots, but he got whacked in the head pretty good. We just got to get better, man. And it's early in the year, understandable. We got to be, but we've got to fix some things. I want nothing more than to have West Virginia University at the top of college basketball, the number 1 ranked team in the country, so that our people are proud. They're proud of our guys. They're proud of our university. They're proud of their state. That's a great thing. I think one of the great things that I've experienced in 43 years of coaching was going to the Final Four and to see the joy and the excitement that came to Mountaineer Nation. Man, that's what we're going to do again. But we got to fix some things.
Back to Greg.
So, Bob, after all the weeks without exhibition games and scrimmages, you played 4 in 7 days, basically. So, was this good for you, just to get on the floor? You may not have liked losing, but did you just need game experience?
No, I detest losing. It's not I don't like it. I detest it. I thought we were prepared to win. We just didn't do what we needed to do. It wasn't, how do you get back cut 5 or 6 times? I mean, come on, wake up. We didn't run the floor. We didn't take care of the ball. I mean, I could sit here and give you 50 reasons or 50 things that we shouldn't have done, but we did. We got to fix it. They've got to fix it. I can tell them and show them how to fix it. They need to fix it, and I think they will.
And Justin, we'll finish up with you tonight.
Coach, you mentioned the McNeil play. I was under the assumption that when you get hit in the head, there's a flagrant foul or a technical foul. I know they reviewed the play. I'm just kind of wondering what the explanation was. Has that rule changed or?
Honestly, I don't know. And that's hard to say because I'm on the rules committee, but I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. I don't remember a guy getting hit and laying on the floor bleeding and getting a foul called on him. I haven't. I'd have to think long and hard as to the last time I ever saw that happen.
Okay, Coach, thanks for the time. Really appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
That'll conclude interviews tonight.